Hey everyone, I wanted to do a video explaining one of the most essential tools you can have in your trading toolbox, and that is going to be scanners. Now, scanners are going to be really important because it's how you are going to find stocks that fit along with your strategy and produce the most high probable results. If you didn't have scanners, then you wouldn't know what to trade. You'll most likely be trading the same stocks over and over, and that's not really a good thing since the liquidity, the volatility, and the trading patterns change on each stock from day to day. So if you trade a high probable strategy, which may be a particular pattern or some kind of indicator, then you want to be able to find where that pattern is occurring in the market. And a custom scanner is going to search for those stocks that are exhibiting that pattern. So in this video, I wanted to kind of pull back the curtain of one of the most widely used scanning tools out there, and that is going to be Trade Ideas. I wanted to show you just how powerful this tool can be and why it's set apart from the basic scanners you may get with either your broker or some of these other free options you might find out there. All right, so let's get into it here. This is the Trade Ideas homepage. As you see here, it says Trade Ideas AI. AI stands for artificial intelligence. So Trade Ideas offers two different products. The first one is probably their main product. It's called the Holy Grail. So what that is an artificial intelligence trading system that makes trades based off of algorithms. All right, so if you're into algorithmic trading and you don't really like to take trades manually, you just want to let a computer do it for you, Trade Ideas is a great product for that. The other product that they have is just regular scans. This is what I use. I'm not big into AI trading. I just like to do things myself. So the standard version of Trade Ideas is going to be what you want to do if you like to trade things manually or yourself. All right, so let's kind of look through this. As you see, they offer AI automated trading. So what you can do is link your broker to Trade Ideas and then create a scan or use one of their pre-built scans, and then whenever that scan alert hits, it's going to take a trade automatically for you. And then you can set up certain risk parameters that say, hey, buy whenever this scan alerts, but set my max loss to 1%, and then it will make the trade for you and close out the trade, whether you get stopped out or hit a certain profit target. You can design all that yourself. Or you can use Trade Ideas, a proprietary AI algorithm, which is called Holy Grail. So we'll go over that here in a second. But if you're into that thing, then check Trade Ideas out. So here's the different components that Trade Ideas offers. Again, we talked about artificial intelligence. You can link your broker to it. Now this is a really cool feature, the odds maker. So what you can do is design a scan. Let's say, for example, you want to buy a stock whenever it breaks out on strong volume over the 200-day moving average. So you can design a scan to search for stocks that experience that, and it's going to tell you the odds of that particular strategy working. So it's going to show you all the occurrences where a stock breaks out on high volume over the 200-day moving average, and it's going to show you how profitable that is. So it's going to show you the win-loss percentage. It's going to show you the profit you would have made on that trade or the loss you would have made that trade if it ends up being a false break. You know, this is back testing. This is looking for a strategy and seeing if it works. So I know a lot of people trade, moving average crossovers. If you're into that thing, you can program a strategy to buy when a certain moving average crosses over, and then you can see for yourself if that's a profitable strategy. All right, so the odds maker is a really cool feature of Trade Ideas, and I highly recommend using that. So they have alert windows. They also give you charts. They give you full fundamental quote windows, top list windows. So if you want to see the biggest gainers or the biggest losers, highest volume gainers, things like that. They give you pre-configured layouts or pre-configured scans. We'll go over that here in a minute. And then you can also compare different strategies against each other. So all really cool features. All right. So let's just briefly go over their artificial intelligence. What they have is something called the Holy Grail. It's like this artificial intelligence strategy that has pre-configured strategies. So these are all the strategies that it looks for in the market, and then it automatically takes trades based on that. So if you're into AI trading, this is probably something you want to check out. Let's just go over one of these strategies, bullish pullback. We can just kind of look, what this looks for. So it looks for strong stocks that are pulling back 25% to create an entry trigger, and then it bases the trade based off of these pre-configured strategies, and you don't really have to do anything. Now, you can link your broker to this Holly artificial intelligence strategy to automatically place a trade for you, or you could just have it send you alerts. So let's say you like to do things yourself, but you need a little bit of help, buying a strategy. It's going to say, hey, this stock is experiencing the bullish pullback, and then it'll show you on the charts where to buy, most likely places to sell, where your stop loss should be. So really cool feature. Again, I personally don't like AI strategies. It's just not my cup of tea, but if you're into something like that, check out Trade Ideas. All right, so let's get into the actual platform, and let's go behind the scenes here. So what you're going to get right out of the box is the channel bar. So what the channel bar is pre-configured layouts with different strategies. So let's look at the Holly strategy here. Now, I don't have permission to this because I'm not a premium subscriber. I'm just a standard subscriber, so I don't have access to all the AI strategies and the Holy Grail strategies and things like that. But if you're into that, the Holly strategies will show up. But as you see, you get charts. It shows you where to buy on here. Let's go to Holly 2.0. There's all kinds of different Hollies. I'm not sure what the differences are because, again, I don't have experience with the Holly AI system, but I do think it's kind of a cool system that I find interesting. I just personally don't want to trade based off of that. But there's all kinds of different layouts on here. So if you're into earnings, okay, they have a pre-configured layout just for earnings. It searches for stocks that are experiencing a blowout on earnings, or they're breaking down on earnings. So it just depends what your particular strategy is. All right, so let's click on LOVE here. Again, there's all kinds of buy and sell signals that it shows you on the charts. Really cool feature. Let's go over some more here. If you are into stocks that are ready to run, it shows different pre-configured strategies. It just really depends, again, what you're into. If you're into social media runners, if you like swing trading, they have a swing trading pre-configured strategy. So it's looking for enhanced resistance crosses, breaking over resistance by the curse word dip here, looking for squeezes, all kinds of things here. If you're into marijuana stocks, if you're into biotech stocks, if you're into fundamental stocks, so let's say that you don't even day trade, you like to trade based off of fundamentals, they have pre-configured scans for that. So you're looking for stocks that have the highest EPSs. You're looking for stocks that are growing quarterly with growth. Now, all these scans are straight out of the box. You don't have to do anything. But if you want to create a custom scan, if you don't find any of these really reliable, or you're looking for something really specific, you can create your own. All right, so let me exit out of all these windows here. And what you'll do is come over to New and then click Alert Window, and you can create your own here. So the first thing you're going to do is hit Select Alerts, and then come over to More, and these are going to be all the alerts that you can search for. All right, so there's all kinds here. You can look for standard deviation breakouts, look for large orders on the bid or the ask, trading above or below the ask or the bid or whatever, stocks that are crossing above the open or the close. So if you like to trade a red to green strategy, that would be something that you use. You can look for consolidation patterns, unusual number of prints. There's all kinds of things. Moving average crossovers, channel breakouts and breakdowns, consolidation breakouts and breakdowns. a certain pattern trading. So if you like to trade triangles or rectangles or head and shoulders, double tops, double bottoms, they have all that there. If you like to trade based off of candles, they have that. Opening range breakouts, Fibonacci, linear regression, more moving average crossovers, MACD crossovers, stochastic crossovers, more candle patterns, so dojis, hammers, hanging mans, if you're looking for that kind of thing. They have all kinds of things. So if you're not really sure what these alerts are, let's say that you don't know what, let's see, trading above is. Okay, you want to know what exactly is trading above. Trading above what? All right, so what you can do is come over to Google and just type in trade ideas definitions. And I'll put a link of this website in the description, but it's the first thing that pops up on the descriptions in Google, and it shows all of the symbols here and filters. So all the alerts are on the top, and let's say you want to know trading above. So we say trading above, and it looks like this, you know, green and red line with some dots and one trading above it. So we're going to look for that symbol in the alert section, which is right here. Now there's 3 dots. These 3 dots are in a line. So 3 dots, so it's this one, right? So what you're going to do is click on the little picture symbol here, and at the top is going to show what trading above is. So trading above occurs when someone buys a stock for more than the best offer price. So that's basically somebody, you know, buying a stock above the ask, and that's usually a sign of somebody really wanting to get into that stock right away. They just want to get into the stock, and that could be a bullish signal right there. All right, so that alert typically signifies a temporary condition where a stock is suddenly more volatile than normal. So it's often caused by traders who know that the stock price is about to change quickly, so they choose the fastest execution venue rather than attempting to get the cheapest one. All right, so this is a very short-term strategy, probably used more for breakout trading if you're into that kind of thing. All right, so again, there's all kinds of definitions here. If you're not sure of what a filter exactly is, then come over to this page and, you know, it'll show you. All right. So, you know, once you click an alert or filter, you know, let's say that you want to, let's say that we want to actually use trading above. So we click on that, click add alert, check mark that off. So make sure you take off heartbeat alert, and now we come over to filter. So this is going to filter out stocks by, you know, their price, their float, the volume that it normally trades, the change from the close, the change, I mean, all kinds of things on here. We'll click on more here, and there's all kinds of different things. If you wanted to look for consecutive candles, you know, trading above or below VWAP, all kinds of things. And again, it's all on this definitions page. You just come down here, and these are all the filters. So let's say that you want to know what this filter is. So volume 5 minute. So volume 5 minute means, let's see, it says these are similar to the filters above, so let's go above. So these compare the volume over the last minute. So since we chose 5 minute, these compare the volume over the last 5 minutes to the expected volume. So if you want to see stocks that, you know, are experiencing a lot of volume, you know, compared to previous 5 minutes, then you would change that to a minimum. So we'll look for volume over 5 minutes. Click that, click add filter, and it's expressed as a percentage. So let's say that you want to see volume that's, you know, 2 times more than normal. So you would put the minimum as 200%, and then that's going to be the filter for that particular stock. So, you know, if you want to see stocks that are priced between $1 and $10, if you want to set a filter for a certain time of day, you can. You know, I only want this scan to look for stocks, you know, only 30 minutes after the open. After 30 minutes, I don't want it to scan anymore. You can do that. the volume today. I mean, all kinds of filters. It just really depends on your strategy and what you're looking for. All right, so that's how you design a custom scan, play around with it. Now, here's a really cool feature that I love about Trade Ideas. Again, you don't really have to know what to look for because they give you this tool right here. It's called Stocks Like This. So I want to go to my charting platform here and just kind of show you how this cool tool works. Because let's say this is all like foreign to you. You don't know, what the float is or the change from the close. You don't know what alerts to pick, but you have a certain strategy in mind. So let's say that this is your strategy. You want to buy on what looks like cup and handle breakout. So just kind of like this consolidation period and then this breakout. Let's say that that is your strategy, but you don't really know what to look for inside of Trade Ideas in terms of creating a scan. So what you can do is come to this website. I'll put this link in the description, and you can type in the symbol and the time where the breakout occurs, and you want to know what alerts have triggered off to figure out this area. So what we're going to look for is the time this occurs and the date. All right, so right here is April 17th. I'm looking down here, April 17th around, let's say 10:50 to 11. I want to know, this time area, what alerts and filters have gone off that will trigger an alert whenever this happens the next time. So this is stock SGRY, so I'm going to type in SGRY, go to Friday, April 17th, which is right there, and then from, let's see, what did I say, 10:50 to 11. So we're going to click on start time, 10:50, and then have that duration go for 10 minutes, so that ends at 11, and then click submit. So these are going to be all the alerts during that 10-minute time period, all the alerts that have triggered during this breakout. All right, so during that 10 minutes, there was a 1-minute volume spike. Okay, so there's the volume. You see 1-minute volume spike, that's probably where that alert triggered. All right, a high relative volume, it was running up. I mean, all kinds of things, and this is just kind of where you just play around. Whatever strategy that you use, you want to figure out, what alerts occurred at a certain time, and you just come to this and just play around with it, and then you can create a scan based off of that. It just takes a lot of tinkering around. I've been working on my scanners for years. Okay, I always play around with my scanners to figure out, okay, well, how can I find a strategy to find this breakout or to find certain patterns in the market? That's basically what I'm looking for, is how, I look for certain patterns on the charts and then say, okay, how can I find a scan or how can I design a scan to let me know before a certain event happens? All right, and that's what I utilize this tool for. It's very handy. Okay, now I do want to point out here that these scans aren't really buy and sell signals. That's not what I use them for. I don't, as soon as a scan pops up, I don't say, okay, I'm gonna buy just because the scan popped up. I use the scan to basically help me find interesting stocks. And then I pull up the charts and say, okay, where's support, where's resistance? Did the scan produce a chart pattern that I like? And that's what I use these scans for. So I also want to show you one more feature. Let me add one more alert window. Let's say you want to do a moving average cross filter. Let's go, the 5-period SMA crosses above the 8-period SMA. So we'll hit alert, and I'm not going to go into the features or anything. We'll click OK. Okay, and then I didn't change the name, so this says pre-market watch list, but that's okay. Let's go to, backtest strategy. This is that odds maker. So you just right-click inside of here, backtest strategy. So this is a really cool feature where it scans the market for every time the 5-period SMA crosses above the 8-period SMA. And you want to see if that strategy works. Okay. So you can start this, let's say you want to start that strategy at 9:30 and you want that strategy to go all day long. Or if you want to trade, prime time, stop it at 11. So you only want to, trade that strategy from 9:30 to 11. Okay, now you can go to timed exit, where you're going to exit 30 minutes after the signal is hit. So once that 5 EMA crosses above the 8 EMA, if the price keeps going up and up and up, or it doesn't cross back or whatever, you're going to exit after 30 minutes. So after that happens, you're going to exit after 30 minutes. Or you can do it by risk management. So what you can do here is enable a profit target. So once that SMA crosses, you can say, okay, well, I want to exit 50 cents above my entry price. Okay, or you can do a percentage. I want to exit out 1% for a profit once I enter. Okay, and then you can enable a stop loss. Right, so let's enable a stop loss. Let's say I want to exit out at 0.03%. So if that SMA crosses, I want to buy, or this strategy is going to buy. It's going to take profit at 1%, but if the price drops down below at, whoops, that's 0.3%, not 0.03, 0.3%, then you're going to sell. You can get more advanced with this. You can hit trailing stop losses if you want, and then it's going to give you the summary. So basically, from 9:30 to 11. It's going to use that strategy, that whatever you configure the strategy for. You can do a timed exit, so it's going to hold for 30 minutes. If it doesn't hit your stop loss and it doesn't hit your profit target, it's just going to sell after 30 minutes. But if it hits your stop loss at 0.3% below the current price, it's going to, or your position price, it's going to exit. And if it gets above 1%, it's going to exit for a profit. Okay, and you can test this for, actually, yeah, you can test it for up to 63 days. So, and that's 63 trading days. All right, so let's just say we want to test it for the past 40 trading days, which is 2 months, or give or take. We're going to test that, and then you can click Simulate Buy. So if you click Simulate Buy, that is when you are taking a long position. If you click Simulate Sell, that's when you're taking a shorting position. Now, I can't do this because I don't have the premium subscription of Trade Ideas. Now, if you get the standard subscription of Trade Ideas, they're going to give you 10 freebies of this. I've already used my 10 freebies. So if you're really into back testing, or if you're new and you want to find a strategy, you need to get the premium subscription, and then you can use this odds maker all you want. All right, so I just wanted to show you just how powerful Trade Ideas is compared to different scanners. A lot of scanners, they don't let you, back test different strategies. They don't let you see, different alerts that have occurred on certain areas of the charts. It's not as simple to use. They don't have definitions of certain criterias, or, they don't go off of these symbols. You have to use code and all that stuff. So this is why Trade Ideas is the premium scanner to use, and this is why so many professional traders use it. So if you're thinking about using a professional scanner to find stocks that fit along with your strategy, I highly recommend Trade Ideas. So I hope you guys learned something, and I want to thank you so much for watching.